the Redzone. You're the original. When this thing started, and like a lot of people will say, for the sports viewer, it is maybe the greatest invention ever and changed the way we consume the NFL product. How did it start? How did you get started with it? And what do you remember about how it evolved?
There's a lot of places to go there, but I'll start with who invented it. You say I did. I did not. The legendary David Hill, who used to run Fox Sports and DirecTV, the big Aussie who helped bring the NFL to Fox, who put together the original JB and Howie and Terry pregame show, who put the blue dot on the hockey puck. That guy, David Hill, invented it. And years earlier, it had been in Italy for their Saturday Serie A soccer games. And Eric Shanks, who is now the president of Fox Sports, was back working with Fox and with DirecTV. And he had been in Italy and seen that, and David had seen that, and they decided they wanted to do this for the NFL. And so they wanted to launch it in 2005. At the time, I was at FSN, Fox Sports Net, all of Fox in one building in Los Angeles. And I had been doing a fantasy football show, anchoring some other stuff, but was also on Fox Sports Radio at the time, which was on in Los Angeles. And so we were basically the LA Sports Radio morning show. And Shanks called me up, and Eric and I knew each other, but not really well. He called me up and said, hey, David wants somebody with a radio background and moves really fast. You've done play-by-play. We have this idea. Can you come in? Sure. I said, obviously. We sat down and talked about it. And honestly, at first, I was confused as to how it would work and honestly, if it would work. Nothing had ever been done like that, but I knew I wanted to say yes, and I did say yes immediately. Part of me, though, was thinking, man, I have such a great group of friends that I sit on the couch with on Sunday afternoons, and we go to my buddy's dad's house, and he's got the man cave, and we drink beer, and I'm going to miss that. Am I giving that up for this? I didn't think it would take off like it did. And initially, our hands were tied because, David was with Fox and DirecTV. And so he gave the green light to year one. This started a year early. It was supposed to start in 2006 when the new TV deals kicked in. But David wanted it in 2005. And so he gave yes to the Fox rights. CBS said, no, we agreed to 2006. So our first year, we couldn't even show CBS games live. Wow. So depending on how the games were distributed that year or that week on the schedule, there were some weeks we only had 3 games. So it took us a year or two, really, I think, for us to get our footing. But people started watching, other than my parents,